Hi, my name is Caleb, and I'm going to be presenting my final project for my Flatiron coding bootcamp. I made a sports news aggregator website called SportsScraper, and the reason it's called SportsScraper is because it uses web scraping to gather news about different players in different sports and leagues and gathers them all in one place for the users. So if we go ahead and log in, you're going to only see the screen the very first time you log in as a new user, and it's going to ask you to pick which leagues you want to sign up for. So let's say you're only a basketball fan, you can just pick the NBA. And if you're trying to add it again, it will tell you that you're already following this league. And you hit I'm done, it'll take you to your dashboard or your profile. And in this little drop down, you'll see all the leagues you picked. And we only picked the NBA, so that's the only one there. And it'll give you the top 3 news headlines that day for the NBA. And with buttons to external links, so you can go ahead and read the article on an external page. So there's that article. And it'll give you the day's games. So upcoming games is these are all the games happening today, and this updates daily. And then there's a your player section, which is empty because we've yet to add any players to this account. And although you only see that first screen the first time you log in as a new user, you're always free to click on Add Leagues up here, and it'll take you back there. And let's say you decide that you're also a football fan, you can click NFL, and it will add that league. And then you go back to your profile, and you'll now see that you also have the NFL, and you can switch, and it'll give you all the headlines for the NFL, and it'll show you the upcoming games. There's only one game remaining in the season because the Super Bowl is coming up. Um, and then you have the homepage for all the leagues. So if we check out the NBA here, this is a carousel that has all the news for the day. So on your profile, you only get the top 3 news articles of the day, but here, as you can see, we have many. Again, these are all the games. The news articles are being fetched from one API, and then the games and the standings are and the player statistics are being fetched from a separate API. So there's multiple APIs at work. And if we scroll down here, as I mentioned, we have the standings. This is a live feed of the win-loss record for every team and what ranking they are at the moment. And yeah, this is all live updated. We have the league leaders in all the statistical categories. So this is displaying the top 3 leaders in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, all kinds of categories. And then if we scroll up and we say view the players, you have a list of all the players in the league. You can search by team or by name. So if we look, we can look for any player. Let's say we go to here and we want to look up this particular player. You click and a modal will pop up with uh, all of his statistics updated live and his the college he went to. And then you can click see profile. So let's check out the profile of a couple players. So it's saying gathering news because, as I mentioned, it's using web scraping to gather the news from a separate website. And if once the player's profile finishes loading, you'll see again you have all of his statistics and then up to date news on him. So as you see here, knee is available for Wednesday. He needed an MRI. If you go to the site that we're scraping from, you'll see that it is the same news blurb, and all of these blurbs are taken and being placed on the site. So, and then you can go ahead and follow a player, and it'll tell you you're following him. You can also unfollow, so you can toggle that. But let's go ahead and follow a couple players for good measure. So we'll follow this player, and we'll also follow this player. And then once you're done with the NBA, let's say you want to check out football, you can go to the football homepage, and it's the same thing. You have all the news articles ready for you, and then you have the upcoming games. I've yet to get the standings and the statistics for the NFL, but that should be coming soon. And you can again view all the players. It'll grab the players, and it's the same exact idea. Let's say we're a fan of this particular player. We want to see what this player is up to, so you can see his profile. Again, it's scraping the news from a third-party website. And according blah blah blah, Brady is prepared to hit the open market. So these is again up to the day news on the player. You can go ahead and follow the player, and then if you go back to your profile, you'll see that all your players that you're following are placed here as a shortcut for you to view them. And if we toggle between different leagues, all of our players are there. And if we log out and we log back in, you see all that data persists. So the leagues and the players that you're following stay whether you log after you log out. Thank you for checking out my project.